I have a friend who's just started getting into recovery.
Awesome.
It's an intimidating process. You don't know where to go.
Absolutely.
You don't know who to get in contact with. Like maybe this group has, a little bit too much of something that you're not into, or this group doesn't have enough of something what you're looking for.
Right.
In the metaverse, we can connect with people who are sharing our same struggles and
Exactly.
problems. So
That's something I love about this.
I could say, hey, Smokey, I don't necessarily feel comfortable going to this group alone. Would you mind just coming with me?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I could go on all day, but I
Here-
just
And I love it. I love it. I'm
It's
definitely going to check that out. That
Yes.
sounds
Oh,
amazing.
we
What is the
have
name
to.
of the room?
We have to.
it is called
We should really get
the
a portal.
Rooms. It's called the
Not
Rooms
right
Recovery
One
Center.
day. Maybe one day. They're so beautiful, though. That's so awesome. I love
Yes.
that they do
Beautiful.
that.
So, did everybody hear that? Go ahead, Perk. What did you say? Say it one more time.
Is called the Rooms Recovery Center, and it's Josh
Rooms
Cap,
Recovery
Josh KAP 510. So check
That is
that out.
true. Thank you
That's
so much.
amazing.
Is there
Absolutely.
anybody
That's
else
all
you'd want to
good.
shout out? But while you're up here,
I mean, of course, the lovely team at the Soapstone.
Yeah. And you know what? You guys may not know it, but we get kudos from everybody. Ace, we're so glad you're here. So many
Hi,
people
Ace.
weren't able to get in the event, and we can't even invite people. So how in the heck did you get in? How did you get in here?
Magic. He's magical. Just don't ask questions.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? What'd you
A
say?
little Vaseline helps.
Okay. All right. Well, we're kind of having a love fest about our own team, but we are spreading positivity. So do you have anybody you want to shout out that you know is doing great things in the metaverse that maybe isn't being recognized? If there's anybody like that you'd like to shout out, we'd love to hear it. Anybody you can think of. And if you haven't thought of it yet, you can take a few minutes and pop up over at the edge when you want to. You do? Come on, Claire. Who do you have?
Help me get. It's Shelley, actually.
Who?
Is it or not?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Shelley.
Shelley? Yeah. So tell us about Shelley.
Yeah. She's not here, actually. Yeah, everything happened yesterday. We was in an instance, just normal, like some little kids around having fun, as it should be. There was bickering about certain people wanted trivia and some wanted open mic. But the open trivia, there was a lot of people wanting trivia.
Mm-hmm.
So we had one of our kids as a host. He was a good host.
So you were in the junior edition of trivia, helping out. The junior edition.
No, it was normal. It was normal, just normal instance, like no events going on. But we had like a little.
Oh,
trivia
okay,
for
an
kids.
open instance of trivia.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's
all
amazing.
right.
I love seeing that.
Okay, so
And
Shelley,
there
you
were
got
so
into a
many
situation.
Yeah, I was trying to calm the kids down, like, and Shelley was in the boat because obviously I can't go up and be in two places at once. Shelley was in there, like she said, because I was saying, if you don't behave, there'll be no show at all, no open mic, no trivia. The stage will be blocked until everyone calms down. I'll be blocking the stage, and they didn't get blocked because even Shelley said it to back me up a little bit. And I thought, right, she said, just stand there, listen to Claire. And they did, there was actually choirs and like, there was all queuing where Mike begins standing, like, and they was listening. Well, I said, right, we want to queue over here if you want to play trivia. I said, if you want to have an open mic, you can be in the audience. And I'll do a little trivia. Be like a host, and I was like, be like a,
So
it's
she
a bit like
she
K2
helped
trivia.
you. Shelley helped
Yeah.
you get control of the room.
She was doing the both side of it. Yeah.
Right.
To make
And you
sure
know,
if it happens, the block.
Honestly, Shelley's
But no,
really
it
good with the
didn't.
kids. It's something
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
She has a talent for
She does.
And she's
She
done
does.
a good job.
absolutely.
So yay for Shelley, right,
And she
guys?
knows how to deal with
We love
people.
Shelley. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's doing a great job. She's working. She's working because
I
she
got
was
her in the chat.
actually supposed to get knighted in as a CSM today, but she's working, so she's gonna have to do it separately. But
Yeah.
yep,
I
we
know,
love
I
her.
do
We love
know,
her.
so it's
We
her
love
job.
Well, thank you.
That's
Thank you, Claire.
But
That
she
was
deal with
such a,
people.
Thank you
yeah.
so much.
such a positive thing to say. Really love
I
that.
love that.
I wanted to shout somebody out, and then Sturm, I'll have you do it. Rob from Thrive. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rob from Thrive.
I'm
He has been building a community for older people, and everyone's like, who cares? No,
Oh.
that's not true, because these older people that come into the metaverse, right? They are, think about their situation. A lot of them are stuck at their homes. They've
Yeah.
lost their husbands and wives or their friends because they're elderly. Some of them,
Right.
you know, have diseases. They're incapacitated. I have a friend like that right now. I would love to bring her into the metaverse. She's severely depressed in a hospital bed right now. Makes me feel terrible. But there are so many people in the Thrive community that Rob has gifted with goggles. And I'm going to tell you what, second life for these people. Second life. They can be, they're doing what we're doing. They're socializing. They're jumping off mountains. They're racing us and winning, playing games. And it's given them a whole new life. So that is it's a nonprofit that he's running.
Yeah.
It is the most giving thing. He's out there in the media, getting news stories any way he can to get the message out to this elderly community that this is a place for you. Come on up, Sturm.
I love that.
So I want to shout out Three-Eyed Tiger.
Three-Eyed Tiger.
Yes.
Yeah. If you ever go into White Lotus, you'll notice at the minute the White Lotus has shifted to White Lotus 18 plus Paros until like September something. But anyways, if you go into regular White Lotus, you'll notice there's an event board all the way to the left, right, and it says all UK time zone based. So you'll find like Coached.
He's listing all the other people's worlds and events. Nice.
That's amazing.
That's nice.
The UK's finest ladies.
Nice.
Sparse Connections chat.
Very nice.
That's
wonderful.
So
So yes,
so many wonderful things, guys.
Right,
So many positive things.
Right, and Three-Eyed Tiger is one of the ones that has always been that way. He's doing live videos now, taking people on world tours, but he also is always the one that says, if you come to my world to cause a problem, or you have a problem with somebody, we're not moderating in here. He doesn't moderate. He doesn't. He tells people, please don't do drama in my world. He'll do things like that. But he doesn't use a board to remove people that I know of. At least he doesn't usually. And
well, he has a knife hidden somewhere which he
a knife. But I'll tell you, overall, he's one of the most light, moderated, and people enjoy that.
The only time I ever see him remove someone is if a kid comes in.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. But just so much positivity. Thank you, Sturm. You know, beyond even People in Horizons, and I still want to hear if anybody's got something to say about that. But beyond People in Horizons, let's not forget all the amazing things that are going on in our real lives as well.
Absolutely.
You know, my husband and I just came back from a little mini vacation in Washington. Not Europe. We didn't get to go.
How was it though?
We didn't get to go. But here's what I want to tell you. It's the funness of celebrating the nature in anywhere that you are.
Oh, absolutely.
Look around. I mean, wherever you are, there are beautiful things in your own communities that you can go look at and celebrate. I always tell people I live in California, which is like the tourist capital of the world, right?
Yeah.
Easy for me to drive anywhere and just do things. But I've gone to Cleveland, Ohio and enjoyed the architecture. In Seattle, Washington, we were on a lake looking at all these really incredible, fun, funky houseboats and the mountains, right? You know, they've got Mount Rainier that is stunningly beautiful. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses in our real lives. So you might say, well, I can't. I don't have any money. I can't go anywhere. You got these. Get in, wander, right? Get in, wander. Turn your TV on and look at some documentaries about beautiful places that are going. I mean, there's just no
love
reason.
Documentaries. Just learning about the world and how beautiful and magical this world that we live in is. Like, you got to remember, guys, we're all made of stardust. We're hurtling through space on a big rock.
Right?
Around a fireball. We can literally do anything. We can literally do anything.
We really can. Ace, did you want to hop up and say something? You got somebody you want to shout out that they're doing positive things for the community? Love to hear.
Well, quite a few. So,
all right, let's hear it.
First of all, is you because
thank you. Thank you.
Lately, you and Thrill Girl and a few others have taken a visit to Star Jungle Isle, a place that I'm at. Interlope Jake, 98989. He's a brilliant creator.
Uh-huh.
And he's tried to establish a community for kids to come in they can come in and be kids.
Right.
That's awesome.
Very good. So giving it kids another place to go that's not, necessarily a game, but a community for them to bond with. Because we all know the kids are not that much different than us.
No,
They're lonely at home. They're not allowed. Like I ran the streets as a kid. Don't come back until the lights are on, right?
Literally.
That's not today's kids. They're,
No.
locked in and being kept out from the world. So it's tough.
And a shout out to the kids, the thing of it is they want to make that world go round. It's like I tell them, hey, guess what? You come here and be you. Anybody has to be big, mean, and ugly. That's what I'm for.
Guaranteed.
Thanks, Ace. That's great stuff.
So much.
Love
Ace.
it.
You're
Love the
amazing.
people working with kids in here. Thank you so much. Tim, did you have something you want to say?
Oh yeah.
Ace.
Love to shout out, for, whenever you open the stage up to recognize others and shout out to others that you've noticed either in VR or in the Soapstone or Horizon Worlds. I can think of one person in particular, and I think Perkisizer sympathizes with me, is Mr. Dale Johnson.
Yes, Dale's been doing so many cool things. Yeah.
Were you just talking to me?
Kind of always down to help everybody, right?
Anytime I ever needed Dale, I always know I can message them and be like, hey, I'm having a little bit of a hard time. Can you help me with this event? I know that I can message them. Like, they're just such a welcoming person.
Right.
And he's such a quiet guy. So,
Absolutely.
you don't get to really hear much from him, unless you're really close, unless you're one of the few that, gets to spend some time with him. But he's an amazing guy. And he has a very warm heart for others. And I just shout out to Dale. He's awesome.
Absolutely. We love you, Dale.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
Man, our team, honestly, we have such a loving team and we have such a great team. Like, we all work so well together. No matter who I'm working with, I know that I can rely on them and vice versa, I hope. You know what I mean? Like, our team's amazing, guys. Like, give it up for yourselves. You guys are so amazing. I love you.
Mike, I know you're filming, so I'm not going to ask you to come up here, but I want to bring up Mike Begins here, right?
I was about to ask about him.
Mike is a guy that told me a long time ago that, what I'm doing in here, Lolly, that helps me personally. He said, I need to have a purpose in here. So what he decided his purpose was, and if I'm wrong, shake your head, but I'm pretty sure this is what we discussed, that he wanted to document the metaverse, meaning he wanted to do kind of candid videos, which we're all welcome to do. I mean, it's okay. We all have cameras. Meta told us. Film what you want. Don't be an ass with it. Don't stick it in people's faces.
Don't be weird.
Or try to catch people doing terrible things. But that's not what Mike's doing at all. Mike is filming public things like this, public conversations. He usually tells people for the purposes of documenting our history. Because look at all of us. I go back and look at my videos from a year ago, 2 years ago, and wow, did our avatars look different? Did the worlds look different? Did our community grow in that time? And what
I haven't been in Meta Horizons for very long, so I can't really relate to knowing how it was before. But like, just being here and everything you can do in here, like learning how to build and stuff, this place is like magic. You know what it is?
It is. But let me finish about Mike, and then we can go into that. But he personally said, I'll help you film your show. I didn't have anybody film my show. Stern was doing it whenever he could, double doing 3 things at once. Mike said, I'll film whenever I can. And he has. Between Tim and Mike, I get so much footage of this show. And I don't even thank you half the time. And still here you are. Helping me out again. So thank you, Mike. I really wanted to shout you out for that. I know you took a
Sorry I was late today.
That's okay. I know you've taken heat from people because you openly said, hey, I'm filming people. And some people tend to see that as a negative. I don't. I see it as very positive. There's lots of
a YouTube channel. Good Morning Soapstone.
We do. Good Morning Soapstone has a YouTube channel. So if you guys are looking for old snippets of people that have been here before, and there have been a lot of people on the stage. It's been great.
2 new videos in each chat as well.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. But thank you, Mike. I just wanted to thank you for all of the time you put in. It's not easy to stand there with the camera on your head, not moving. I've done it and I hated it. So I appreciate you so much for doing that. Rock, come up here. You're a very supportive person. Come up here for a sec. Hey, how are you, kid? How you doing?
Hi.
How do you see the metaverse in a positive way? What do you think? What's good about this?
Well,
one second. He needs the brain cell in order to think.
So
Brain cell.
let me explain this real quick.
Sorry.
Actually, can I shout out someone first?
Yes.
So I know it's supposed to be about the community, but I work at a different place. And is it okay if I shout out?
Absolutely.
So I work at the firehouse, and I'm
Right.
the door mod there.
Yes.
And it's fun when you have a partner. But when you're by yourself, hey, how's it going? It's not too bad. But someone came into the firehouse, and they have made moderating for me so much better. Because we hop in a party call, and we're not even paying attention half the time. Smoking Queen. Smoking Queen. Me and her, we mod together, and it's always so much fun. It's never boring. It's always her fault that we get in trouble.
But that's what this is about. This is what it's about.
That's what it's about. It's fun.
The firehouse is a wonderfully positive place. I shout them out all the time.
Yeah,
I walk in the firehouse, and all of a sudden, they're the people that are hosting there, which is usually Okie Trucker and J-Bags. They'll be like, "Lolly, come up here, get up on the stage, get involved with this game."
We always want to invite people,
positive.
Break
they
the
do. They're just
ice,
fantastic.
They
try to make everyone feel welcome. I love that.
I think the firehouse is a very positive one, wonderful place, and that draws people in. They love that.
But so the joke that we made is me and Smoking Queen were one day. It was on the 4th of July. J-Bags added sparklers into the world, and there was an entrance. And so we started putting them on the roof, and it was sort of like a curtain, high school dances when you walk in and there's streamers. That's what we were doing. And so that day we both agreed, we were like, we share a brain cell.
We just share a brain cell.
So we were like, both just share one brain cell.
Friends around here are great. I have a lot of people that it's just like everything. Thanks, Rock. Appreciate you. It's just like everything where people say, I don't have friends here. I'm all alone. And they kind of stand off in the back. And what they're really hoping for, that's why they're standing there. And they may not even realize it, is for someone to turn around and go, hey, Smoking Queen, come over here.
Absolutely.
We're talking about this or that. And that's
we're
where
social animals.
Right. And that's where we are so great. When we're spread out in our community, in our little courtyard out here, rather than us forgetting sometimes, and we get kind of grouped up because we're all friends, right? So we get group ourselves up and we get in party chat sometimes. Maybe try to remember how you felt when you got here. You were welcomed by somebody that connected you here.
Absolutely.
So maybe we spread out a little bit, and maybe we are looking for those people. Like, hi, maybe go walk over and talk to them, and make them feel part of our community too. Sometimes that's all it takes. That's all it takes to then because people are like, oh, I don't want to interrupt them. They're polite people. They don't want to interrupt. And how do you infiltrate a group if you don't just walk up to it unless they invite you? Yeah. So we do that here. That's why I love all you guys so much.
Absolutely.
We always have a place to go. The Soapstone is like Cheers.
We're just
it's like
here.
Everybody knows your name, right?
Literally. It's like walking in and you immediately know you're home. You're just like, I'm home. I'm in the house.
Right. Now, we go through our pains like everybody else. We've had kind of groups of negative people kind of bonded together here that kind of hurt us a little bit, but we've moved past it. We are past that, and I think we're not going back. I think we all embrace each other now and say, maybe I don't agree with everything that person says and does, but you know what? They do a lot of good stuff too. So maybe look for the good in people and just kind of the bad. Maybe, if you look for the good in them, they might feel that. And then maybe they can let go of some of their negativity.
Absolutely.
I watched a kid in here, you guys, and it broke my heart. It just broke my heart. He made a bad decision, okay? He made a real bad decision. And somebody caught it on video. Or what do we call it now? I'm sorry. Caught it on a recording. Don't say video. I know that's wrong. Somebody caught it on a recording. Well, that person spread it all throughout the friends groups. And this child suffered greatly. Now, was it cool what he said? Absolutely not.
No.
100%. But he was the one that got caught in that moment, and they kept spreading, and he apologized, and he went back and tried to make amends, and he explained himself. Not that it makes it okay, but grace,
at least he
forgiveness,
understood what he did.
Right. But once it existed, they just kept spreading it. So he learned a valuable lesson here. When you do something good, maybe people only tell 2 or 3 people. Right. When you do something bad, they're going to keep it alive, and it's going to spread, and it spread. Why do you got to
remember online, like whatever you put online, it's going to be there. Somebody takes that and starts sharing it somewhere, it's going to be there. So you have to be careful about like what you're putting online and stuff. And I don't think kids really understand that to a full extent. They don't understand that it could be very harmful for them until it actually happens. And
so maybe what we do as a team here, we continue
Yeah.
to explain that to kids. When
Absolutely.
you're in a kid instance, I know, you know, we all know it's like, you know, and believe me, I have my days. I'll be in the corner just like, I just can't today. I just can't. And when I have those days, I leave. Right. And I rely on you guys, and I'll even put it in our little chat, you know, hey, can somebody get somebody
help?
I can't. But for the most part, I can. And so
Absolutely.
I always feel like here's a kid, you know, he doesn't have the skill set to understand to not get sucked into the negativity in here.
Absolutely.
So maybe start talking to a kid about the positive things that he could do or she could do and the skills that you see in them. And man, if you ever see a person turn around quicker, a child can do it quicker than anything. Both ways. Yeah. They can go both ways. They can be, you'll see them crying out there, affected immediately, or you can see them like
very resilient.
Okay. Yes. So spend a minute with a kid. You know, you see one out there struggling, you know, maybe you don't feel like talking to all the kids.
It's free to be nice, y'all. You know what I mean? It's free to ask somebody how they're doing.
Yep. Anybody else Morgan, did you want to come back up? Go ahead.
Sure. Well, I'd like to say is give a shout out to the entire team for positive reinforcement.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, all it takes just one moment to talk to a kid, and you can have a great effect on their mood. A lot of them just want somebody to talk to them.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
You are right. You're absolutely right.
Negativity towards them, that's how they're going to respond to adults in general because of that moment that
exactly
2 or 3 adults are speaking negative.
You know, I've even said those words to kids, and I kind of regret it. Until the one said it back to me. I said, why do you want to be in the Soapstone? It doesn't make sense to me. This is an adult room. There's adult thing. And this was early on before we had a junior program and stuff. Why do you want to be here? And you know what the kid said to me? There's people in here. I want to be around people. I'm by myself. I'm at home. My parents are at work. And I felt about this big. You know, it's literally. Like, of course. They're lonely too, right? And there's no kids around that they could find. And so they and that's why I think so many kids are drawn to the Soapstone, because they know about all of you. They feel these adults with their arms around them, and they feel safer and protected here. And isn't that a beautiful thing? I mean, it's
I love that. I remember I was in like, it's a different platform, but I was in VR chat, and this kid came up, and I was just being nice to him, and some people came around me and they were like, ew, you want to talk to kids? I was like, stop whatever you're doing right now. I want to ask you a question. If you were a kid and an adult, like you went up to an adult and they were nice to you, would you respond better to that than them being like, I don't want to talk to you because you're a child? Wouldn't that make you feel dejected? Isn't it better that I'm a positive role model for them and explaining to them, like, hey, this is how you want people, this is how you move people, this is how you protect yourself in this game, and I want you to be safe. Isn't that better than ignoring the problem?
Right. Absolutely right. Okay. Here's something okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Morgan. Go ahead. What were we going to say?
Yeah, there's just going to say there's people that will take something, what you're doing for somebody, and just kind of want to twist it around to put you in a bad light.
Absolutely.
But that's what we're not doing today.
Yeah,
we're saying how do we combat that? So instead of letting us go down that rabbit hole of negativity, which we all
into a very positive thing,
right? We can be giving the vibes of
absolutely.
Hey, you know what? None of that. Like if you're hearing the negativity around you, even if it's over there, just mute them.
And that's what I did. I blocked that off. That person that walked up to me, I was like, I just explained to them, like, you know, my point of the subject, and then I blocked them and I let them. Like, okay, whatever you want to do, you do. I'm going to do whatever.
Right. You know, one of the things
negativity with positivity.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely. You're right. Okay. Thanks, Morgan. Rock, did you want to say one more thing before we go, or you just?
I meant to answer your question. So I've actually been on this platform for almost 4 years.
All right.
Wonderful.
I've been through, you know, all the updates, the facial updates. I remember the community was sort of, you know, icky when I used to come on, and then I remember the day everyone came together when they added legs. I remember that day.
Yes.
Everyone was in the Soapstone, and I'd popped in, and they were like, "Come on, Rock!" And for like 3.5 hours, we were talking about
right.
That.
And you know, that is beautiful. And nothing brings people together like a common thing, and that's why I keep saying, even in this crazy world we have going on with all these differences, look what happened with the Olympics. You're going to tell me that these countries can't make it work? They were all in Paris, all the world, not every country, but most of them,
A
all
lot.
together,
The
right?
major
And by the
ones.
way, U.S. dominated, right? All right.
Yeah.
We equally shared gold medals with China, 40-40 on the gold, but we had the most medals overall. So go USA. No shade at anybody else, but we got to give a shout out to the U.S. But I love that. Yeah, I just love that we can do that. So I can't believe that we can't do it on a broader spectrum. We can.
We can. It's just, I truly do believe one day people will wake up and they'll just choose to start being positive, and then the whole world is going to change.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, we are, thank you guys for sticking around. I know it's a weird day. It's just our team. Yes, go ahead.
Should we do the quiz?
Oh, did you want to give away a gift certificate? Well, hey, all right.
You guys
let's
want
do
to
it.
win some things?
Yeah, let's do it.
How you feel
Go
about
for
it?
it.
All right. So this is how we're going to do it, okay? I'm going to give you...
Wait.
say-
Sturm's just crossing the stage. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries.
No, I was just letting
I'm-
people know that media isn't saving to Horizon World's the gallery on your thing.
Yeah, I noticed that. I haven't saved anything since a week.
So
Have
if
you?
you, so if you're going to type someone's name in, you just have to type it in manually.
Okay.
For the quiz.
All right. Thank you,
you so
Sturm.
much.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So the way I thought that we could do this is I'm going to pick one question, and you guys are going to answer. It's a really cute, simple question. Okay. Whoever raises their hand first is going to get picked. Okay. So, what is the rarest M&M color? Dark Rose, you raised your hand first. Sorry.
Purple.
What is it? Purple? No. Juan, what is it?
Green.
No. What is it? What is it, Morgan?
Blue.
No. I wish. Well, how about you, Flawless? What color?
Yellow.
What?
Yellow.
Nope. Nope. That's great color.
Was there anything left?
Brown.
Brown.
That is
Juan
right.
got
I
it.
knew
That
that.
is correct.
I know
Hey.
that. Which is weird because that's the chocolate, and you'd think that would be the most common, but I don't think it is. I don't think
They
it
were
is.
like, you know what? No, we're gonna make it a rainbow, and it'll be fine. It'll just be fine.
Listen,
I think
is there
we ought to do it
anybody,
different.
since this is mostly our team, I think the other people wouldn't mind for a minute.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys would like to bring up in a broad group of our people all standing in the same room? Like something that you go, if we just did this, or I wish we could fix that, or something positive. I don't want complaints. I'm talking about something positive we could do. Do you have something positive that you would like to see happen?
Oh, I was just going to shout out our event tonight. There's
Go ahead. Shout it out.
Tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Sensei J is going to be doing.
What is
mine
it?
today. I was meant to do mine today, but I forgot to promote. But at 7:30 p.m. Eastern tonight, Wednesday's World Top with Sensei J.
Wednesday's
Oh,
World Hop, which is always a
yes.
positive thing because new people tend to go to that. That's a good place to meet new people. Thank you, Stern. Appreciate it. Anybody want to talk about our team Soapstone and something positive that we could do or change, or where you could see we could do anything? I mean, I think we're doing lots of great things. Come on up, boy. Or Tim, you were coming up first. Come on, Tim. Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
it's gonna. I
If
know
you
we've
guys
talked
want,
about
you
it
can
before.
make a line. That way, everybody gets a chance.
Go ahead, Tim. What were you
I
gonna say?
know we've talked about it before, but the ambassadorships that we've just put into place, it's recognizing people who are different from us.
Yes.
Or all of us recognizing that we are different, and it's just that we're in this shared space. So let's all come together and figure out how we can communicate and have fun together and learn
Yes.
from each other.
And how fun is it to learn about
Yes.
another country's food, to learn about what sites they
I
cherish
swear.
over there,
Yes,
to learn
yes.
about how they view our different countries, how we view each other. Wow, what amazing information sources. And so Laverb is, it's Liverby. He told me yesterday it's Liverby. I thought it was Laverb. It's Liverby, but he said most people say Laverb, so he's just given over to it. But I'm calling him Liverby today because that's what he told me. He just did a great video that he's going to put out there about all the different communities. He is our lead ambassador, dealing with has a lot of people who signed up and volunteered to be these reach out ambassadors. The French community was the first one we reached out to. Let me tell you, they were all huddled in a world like feeling completely isolated. That was like 2 years ago. They just didn't know what to do. They didn't have anybody to go to learn how to build. They didn't have tools. They were just feeling alone and isolated in their small community. we reached out to them, the Soapstone did, and said, you know what? We're going to help you. Come to us. We're going to provide an hour to talk to you, to hear what you want and say. We went out and found Bart. Bart's amazing. Speaks 7 languages. He's our lead communication guy. Went and found Bart. He and I reached out to the French community. Liverby, I don't know where he showed up from, Canada, I think, but he speaks great French. And now he has created this event later today, Les Soapstone. And I'm going to tell you, it's full every week, sometimes 2 instances. And the French people are just really, I mean, they've learned so much there, gone back to their communities, spreading, throughout their own community. It's getting bigger. And it's just, it's them. It's them doing it. But we gave them that, initial, hey, welcome to Horizons. And how exciting is that? And now it's happening in a lot of other communities.
And I think
awesome.
I think there's going to be some more changes going more toward that direction with AI translators and bots that will help us communicate one another so that it's flawless.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pointing at flawless.
I know. Flawless. Got it. I get the joke. All right. Thank you, Tim. That is such a good thing. Rose, you got a quick one because the show's about over, but if you got something real quick, go ahead.
We need to work on getting the kids to obey boundaries and the house rules.
Okay. And the best way to do that is through positivity. Do you know why I have such a good relationship with the kids in here? Ask them, and I'll tell you what they'll say to you. I give them respect, and they give me respect. If we turn around and go, you're a kid, get the heck away from me. Why? What did he do? What did she do? He's a kid.
There's in there.
I know that, we see some kids that are, but don't we see some adults like that too? So all I'm saying is give the kid the benefit of the doubt. Even if they're acting out, a lot of times they'll say, whoa, what's going on with you? Like, what's happening? And before you know it, they just wanted to be seen, didn't know how to get attention. Then they turn it around. So you're right. We need to reach out to those kids, but that's how they'll behave for me. Most of the time, the kids behave for me in large groups. So reach them with some positivity. Let them know you see some good there. When you're just telling them you're bad, you're not a good kid, you really think you're going to get positivity back from a kid? It's not going to happen. So try that first. Thanks, Dark Rose. Appreciate it. But you're right. We're working on it. We're giving them all kinds of events. That's what this team is doing, providing them with shows and events and mentoring and all kinds of things. This is the most greatest team in the metaverse because other worlds say mine's an 18-plus world. They say it's an 18-plus world. We don't want kids in here. Kids are there. You all know they're there.
Oh, absolutely.
18-plus worlds. The kid that was just running around the courtyard screaming with me openly because we allow them here is now standing quietly in the background. And you might go, that works for me. But does it? Because do we really want the kids hearing all these negative, very graphic discussions because those adults have a false sense of security about what's happening around them? No. You want to know who the kids are. Okay, Hoy, come back up. What else you got? One last shout out here.
Oh, I was just going to shout out SmokingQueen and an idea that we were talking about earlier.
Okay, go ahead. What's your idea?
Well, within Soapstone, I want to try to have a therapy within our comedy club and help out the community and give back and just help out everybody and everyone.
Great. So we have Fireside Chat, which kind of gives people a little bit of that, but we have had a show called Positive Vibes for a bit. But yeah, we do have people in our community that are mental health care professionals. And if, some of them ever want to come together and create this event, whether it be just for our team or become a wider, closed instance, open mic type thing. Hey, awesome. Great. Always looking for those. There's many in here, but more the merrier, all different time slots, all during the day, because there are people on here 24 hours a day. So it's a really positive thing. So yes, kudos for wanting to get that going. If you guys are interested or know somebody to connect him with to help him out, all positive, all great stuff. All right, you guys. Well, thank you all for being here. As you can see, this was very different, but I always tell all of us when we come and we start to do a show, don't look out of the audience and discount the team members that are there. They showed up. You know, nobody has to be here. Nobody
Yes.
works here. You guys are here out of the kindness of your hearts. So remember that and put on your show. You get good practice. You're reaching, even if it's 2 people.
stick my head for that
Your
one.
those 2 people showed up for you. Okay, so give them what they came for, because next week they could come back with 2 more people. That's how I built my shows, just like that. So I thought this was a worthwhile discussion. I hope you guys did. I appreciate all of you shouting out who you did, and nobody appreciates you more than Lunch Lady and me for being here and helping us get all these events supported. You guys have no idea how important.
Thank you for all your support.
Yeah, thank you, and to Aaron too. Aaron would be
Oh,
saying the
absolutely.
same thing. So
Aaron
thank
has
you guys.
literally made a safe space for us to be creative. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day and go out there and be positive. Spread those smiling faces you got out there
I
all
believe
over this
in
place.
all of you. Whoa.